Hey, everybody. Come on in. Come on in. So, wait a minute. Yeah, come on in. Because I don't know what I'm doing. We're going to talk about basic bookkeeping, things you need to know as a CEO. And we are still gearing up for the Security Bag CEO Challenge, which starts Monday, June 20th, the federal observed day that we celebrate and recognize Juneteenth. And if you guys have not seen or heard of the story of the grandmother of Juneteenth, Miss Opal, please Google it. It's very inspiring. And I actually saw the story from an interview that a soror was given. And I don't remember what part of the United States that they were in, but they were actually doing a symbolic walk. That was part of the inspiration for Miss Opal in Juneteenth. She wanted to walk from Texas, if I'm not mistaken, from her hometown to the White House to get Juneteenth passed as a national holiday. And it's a very inspiring story. I believe she's 95 years old. So you can't watch stuff like that and not get fired up to be like, dude, I got to do something. I'm just saying, you got to be able to watch that and be like, dude, I got to be about my hog for all my Memphis folks. So let us talk, shall we? I'm adding the registration for the Security Bag Challenge in the comments. So hopefully that'll do that. So, all right, so I'm going to invite some. I guess this is going to be like Facebook. We're going to ask some folks to pop on in. Yes. And let me know where you are from as you're watching. I'm guessing that I'll be able to download this. So if you want to hear about my social media journey. So I did my first one on Facebook Live. The second one I just recorded from my car. And now this one I'm doing from Instagram Live. All right. So that being said. All right. So we've been talking about since Wednesday or Thursday about snippets and previews for the Security Bag CEO Challenge. And so the first one we were talking about is CEO mindset. You can't secure the bag without being able to understand and have an abundance mindset. So that's the first thing. Second thing is we talked about business structure. You secure the bag and you keep your profits by making sure that your business is in its proper entity. That's going to provide you the most tax savings. So today we are going to talk about bookkeeping basics for CEOs. And baby, we're going to be on here, not for a whole time. I can't be on there the whole time. But we're going to spend quite a bit talking about this particular part in the challenge, because with my prospective clients, and it's always the first year to where we have to undo. It's kind of like they come to us with this. I know we talk about the proverbial box of receipts, but it's really kind of like No shade to my stylist. But this is synthetic hair and it can get tangled up pretty quickly. And so it's like, hey, come fix my book. And then it's all mad at you. You got to get some leave-in conditioner. You got to get some special products in order to get that thing together. Clients come to us with either they come to us with several different accounts where they've been moving money from this account to that account, and then us having to kind of simplify things. We have clients that have not filed taxes in multiple years where we have to kind of help them get things organized. Um, the stories kind of go on and on. We got clients that have, had not so good experiences with other either bookkeepers or CPAs that may not have good bedside manner, if you can, explain it like that, where they were just numbers in, numbers out. That was it, right? Not looking into, hey, you're an LLC and you have a net profit of over $100,000. You should be in an S corp. None of that. And then folks are just up here just owing ridiculous amounts of taxes. We have situations where people who were clients who have gone to tax preparers, and no shade to anybody, tax preparers who either didn't do bookkeeping, um, or did bookkeeping and they outsourced it. Um, all types of different stories. And so what that allowed us to do, especially recently after coming back from the Black Equity Conference, we kind of pivoted and restructured some of our services to meet the needs of our clients, right? And the types of clients that we've been servicing. Our primary client right now is the client who has amassed significant growth, like 5-figure to 6-figure years in less than 12 months, to where they have a need for the business. There's a high demand for it. They are making good money, but then they experience the sticker shock of the IRS because they don't have accounting software. They're looking at their bank account saying, I got it going on, and they just spending money, haven't tracked anything. And so that's where it gets dangerous. That's where it gets dangerous. So with that being said, hold on, I'm still seeing about it. I'm gonna send it this way. See if that helps. I don't see anybody on there. All right. So with that being said, we're gonna talk about some of the things that I see trending that CEOs need to be aware of, right? So the first thing is, and I'm pretty sure you heard this from different people, and if you're on share, I'm gonna share, I guess, from the messages. I tried to invite some people on from the little icon down there, and it didn't do it. Not sure why, but there you go. All right. So hopefully I just sent some. Okay, there we go. And so first thing is this business checking account. Bert Tunstall, God bless you, man of God. Bert Tunstall is the tax preparer for GIP Financials. He is the most valuable player on our team. And I also have on here our social media teammate, Tierney Lachelle. Well, I don't know why I try to keep calling baby Tierney Lachelle. And I also have my son on here, Jared the Plug, who will also be providing tracks, music tracks, and all that good stuff. So we are doing big things. Yeah. So again, let's talk about the personal. You guys share, do whatever you guys need to do. I'm just an old lady trying to navigate social media. So CEOs, if you are still operating your business out of your personal checking account, you need a whooping. You need a whole whooping. And I'm just gonna be honest with you guys. A lot of y'all, I see it all the time in different small business communities. Folks want funding Folks want funding all the time. They always looking for free money. And you don't have your stuff together. I'm here to tell you, it is your business checking account, not just your EIN. The licenses are good, but the banks want to see if you are, hey, how you doing? The banks want to see if you are legit money-wise. And the best way to do that is to get a business checking account with your business name on it and your business EIN. Period. You proud of me, too? Period. That is the way that you are going to be able to look legit in the eyes of your lenders. That's it. And I'm here to tell you that if you are still putting your business, mixing business with personal, it just looks sloppy in the eyes of lenders. It looks sloppy to us, but we're here to help you out. We're a safe space. We have several CEOs that come to us like, I'm so embarrassed, I'm so ashamed. It's like, dude, you are in the right place. I had to get the deacon hand. Make sure it's in the. I had to give you the deacon hand. Won't you come? It's okay. Because smart CEOs recognize, like, hey, the real currency is not the dollar, it's your time. That's why I now have 3 staff accountants and a customer concierge. Because I realized I couldn't do it all by myself. And it has helped me significantly. And I tell all of my clients the same thing. It's all about strategic spending. You can make as much money as you want to in your business, but you have to make sure that you are spending your money the right way. Right? So first of all, you got to get business checking account. Ooh, that's just, and when it comes to end of year tax prep and we have to sort all that stuff out, that's gonna cost you more. But I guarantee you, once we straighten it up, unless you go to somebody else, you won't have that situation again. Because our goal is to make sure that your systems are as automated as humanly possible. The only time you need to be in QuickBooks is to check your financials after we have sent you your monthly financial report. That's it. We are going to sit down with you, and like I tell anybody, you talking to a bookkeeper or your financial experts is very similar to you talking to a physician. We cannot give you the best plan for your business unless you come with us at full disclosure. Again, the deacon hand. Won't you come? While the blood is still running warm in your veins, won't you come? Y'all share. Share, share, share. What's going on, Chef? We will see you August the 6th. We cannot wait. Tampa. Whew. Every time I think of Tampa, I just get a big old smile on my face. So yes, you guys have to make sure that when it's time for you to do your bookkeeping, and I get there's levels to it. When you're dealing with money, people are very hesitant and reluctant, especially people who have had poor experiences in the past. So I totally get it. So even if you want to just do an initial consultation or go through, a course that we provide, or want to do something more DIY, I get it. But at the end of the day, you still need guidance. And that's what we're here for at GIP Financial. So get your business bank account in order. Second thing is your monthly financial close. There should not be a receipt in your possession that is not scanned, that you don't take a picture of, that needs to be accounted for your business. Not a one. No, not one. Long live the hymns. No, not one. Right? If you're using QuickBooks, QuickBooks also has a mobile app. If you have children that know how to operate a cellular device, you can make them the official receipt person in your household. Get all those receipts and let them take pictures of those receipts, and you can upload them to QuickBooks. For every transaction that's accounted for in QuickBooks, there's an option for you to attach a picture or a document. QuickBooks makes it way too easy for you not to look like the boss that you are. Just saying. Right. Because like I said in some of my prior videos, I don't know what type of ink these folks are putting in on these receipts. But you blink 3 times, baby, and the whole receipt just blank. People just don't know what's going on. Just saying. So if you got some babies, they already on the phone, let them take a picture and then you just go get them a Happy Meal. You know you can pay your babies up to I think what $12,000 in a tax year because the first $12,000 isn't subject to tax, to income tax. That's another story for another day. Yeah. So get your receipts in order. You need some accounting software. There are plenty. Look, don't knock QuickBooks until you try it, boo. There are plenty of them out here, but I'm telling you, QuickBooks is the most user friendly. For every feature that QuickBooks has, there's also a video. Thank you, Tyranny. There's also a video. I mean, like cartoon video. It's really simple, right? So you need accounting software. When you're thinking about choosing accounting software, CEO, and I'm tell you again, you should not be doing your numbers. You need to know them, but you should not be doing them. Who's going to be the person to oversee your numbers whenever you're picking your software, right? And let me just kind of recommend, I would hope that you would get a professional to work on your numbers. If it's GIP, you best believe you go get QuickBooks. Online, you're going to have access to your financials. You would not believe how many a couple of nonprofits that I've talked to that have, bookkeepers, outsourced bookkeepers, and they don't even have access to their QuickBooks. I'm like, what? 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 Just straight kicking it with your financials. You don't know what's going on. Don't do that. QuickBooks Online allows you to have, depending on the subscription, you have a certain amount of users that can have access to your account, not including your account. The accounting user is a special user, and we don't count towards the user limit. Right. So again, you have to pick the accounting software that's best for you. I talk about, especially in the realm of QuickBooks, you get QuickBooks Desktop, QuickBooks Online. QuickBooks Desktop is not conducive to sharing, so I wouldn't recommend it unless you are doing QuickBooks yourself. But the just get QuickBooks Online. Just cloud ministry. Just keep it there if you don't mind. Thank you, Tierney. Tierney has put the link to the Secure the Bag CEO Challenge in the comments. Excuse me. General admission is $47. VIP is an extra hour with me for Q&A and all that good stuff. I'm also going to teach you a little more than the general admission gets as we expand more on the 3 topics that we're talking about: CEO mindset, entity structure, and bookkeeping basics for CEOs. Yep. So that's 197. So the registration link is below. So we got accounting software. We're talking about your business checking account, the monthly financial close. Every transaction needs to be categorized, right? Your income needs to be categorized. If you are a service-based business, it's good to, itemize the different types of services you provide so you can track and see, what your clients are actually paying for. Don't try to put it all to sales. I always encourage my clients, if they're offering different things, to itemize their sales income. Another quick tip, because I know there are several CEOs that are using other like third-party payment software like PayPal, Stripe. If you're using like a Teachable or Thinkific or something like that, they have their own little payment things. If you're using anything like that, I know it's tempting to want to transfer. How can I say it? Not just transferring I'll use PayPal as an example. Shout out to PayPal. Don't sue me. I don't even know what that's about, but I'm just using you as an educational example. I don't own the rights to none of your stuff. If you have PayPal and customers are paying you through PayPal, one, make sure that you are a PayPal business account. Don't be that. I can't even say that business, but don't be that dude. Don't be that chick talking about you gonna send me some on PayPal, do it through friends and family. Just surrender your business license. That's not how we doing stuff. Because if you are about your business, you want your clients to send you your stuff as a business or service because, come on, let's talk about it. If your service is trash or lackluster at best, they need to have the right to pull their money back. And if you have set up business insurance and set up your entity the right way, as we talked about in a video two, hey Angie, if you've done what you were supposed to do, you won't have to worry about folks pulling their money from you. So, as I was saying before with PayPal, if you get your money in there, you can hold your money in there and you can transfer from PayPal to your bank account, right? You categorize that as income. You do not have to do each individual transfer. That's too much. That's way too much. I have a client that um, owns a salon, and she gets most of her services through. She uses Schedulicity, right? She has her inventory for all of her accessories and stuff because you can upsell with items and products and stuff like that. You keep all that in that platform. All we want is the income. Because when we get ready to reconcile the account, the bank statement is the law. It is the Holy Grail. It is the Bible. That's what we're going to be. Any deposits or withdrawals that are on your bank statement, that's what we're going by. We don't want to know all the details of Stripe and all of that. I just want to see all the money that's going from one platform to the other because that's what's going to be reflected in the bank statement, right? So that, as far as your expenses are concerned, we'll talk about that too. If you have credit cards, loans, anything of that magnitude, you can't record all of your credit card payments as expenses. I see that a whole lot. And truth be told, your credit card accounts or any of your loans need to be treated as separate accounts, particularly your credit card, because your credit card has to be reconciled. So what we have to do in that situation, if you have a credit card, you're swiping that card for your business expenses, right? Those business expenses within the credit card have to be categorized. And then the payment itself is not tax deductible. The expenses that you use on the credit card are the finance and interest, that's tax deductible, but the payment itself is not. The payment has to be reapplied from assuming that you're using your business checking account. Use your business checking account to pay for the business credit card, and that just offsets the balance. That is it. That's it. Right? So we have to do a whole lot of undoing, in that regard, especially with loans and stuff like that. I see that way too much. Okay. And as we're going into loans, we're also going to talk about the 3 financial reports you need to be aware of, CEO, which is your profit and loss, your balance sheet, and your cash flow statement. So just to give you a little snippet, the profit and loss is the primary document that your tax preparer is going to use to file your taxes. If Bro Tunstall's on here, I know he can attest to this. And so the profit and loss is going to show you if you made a profit or if you had a loss for the tax year. It's going to show you all your income and it's going to show all your expenses. And then whatever gross minus expenses, if you have a positive number, that means you made a profit. And that is the amount that you're going to have to pay taxes on. If it is a negative number, then that means it is a loss. And then you can actually offset whatever taxes you owe. Like say, like for myself, I still work a full-time job. And if I work that full-time job and I also have profit in my business, hello, Joseph Goodman, bro Goodman, nice to see you, sir. If you have a full-time job and you got that profit, that means that's extra money you have to pay for your taxes. So what I try to do with my full-time job is just take a little bit more out of my full-time job to compensate, for GIP. If you have a loss and you're working a full-time job, that'll actually help you in a sense, but be very careful. The IRS is not going to let you take a loss every year. They're not going to let you take a loss every year. They're going to be like, all right, now what you doing? Because the whole purpose of you having a business is to make a profit. So tread lightly with that. Okay. The balance sheet shows how much your business is worth. And the way that the balance sheet is structured is based off of liquidity. So God forbid if you have to shut your business down, or maybe you owe, a lot in business debt, the bank is going to see what you can liquidate. So it's going to start with cash. Your checking accounts is going to start next with your assets, any equipment or anything over $500 that can be sold. Then it's going to look at your accounts payable, right? It's also going to look at your accounts receivable to see like what your before the accounts payable, because that's part of cash. So I said your assets, including your checking accounts, your fixed assets, and your accounts receivable. How much do your clients currently owe you? How much in the outstanding invoices do you have out there? That's going to be a big one too, right? So make sure that, and if you're doing your records like you're supposed to, you'll know if your clients paid you or not. That's another good thing in QuickBooks. It has that already itemized and tracked out for you. If you go to all sales, it's gonna say, "Hey, player, you got all these outstanding balances out." It'll also make it even more granular and let you know, like, "Hey, you sent this invoice out 3 weeks ago. These folks still ain't paying you." And if you click on the invoice, it's going to show you whether or not the clients even saw the invoice. So it's like that. It's like that. So, you get them clients, "Child, I ain't even seen your email." Lies. You saw that on this day. You opened it. Da 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 da. Cut it all out. QuickBooks is that software for you. Just saying. And then last but not least, your cash flow statement. Now, the purpose of the cash flow statement, one, is to let you know how much cash you have to take care of all your obligations, your business obligations. And let me just say this too, because I know it's very tempting to look at your business bank account. You got about 10, 15, thou wow, right? Shout out to T Money, so funny. If you got about $20,000 in there, you think you're going to Sizzler? Uh-uh. Because you got to keep in mind, you're going to have some abundance months, and then you're going to have some lean months. So your cash is going to have to stay, not going to say stay in there, because you got to pay yourself. If you got a team, you got to pay your team. But you got to just keep in mind that money is not just there for you to ball out with. If you want to keep your business in position, GIP, you want to make sure that you understand where your cash flow is. So on during those lean months, right, where you might not be getting as much income in, you can still, take care of your bills and stuff like that. Your cash flow statement will let you know if you need to go out there and get a quick loan or something like that. So that's the cash flow statement. Okay, so your P&L, your balance sheet, and your cash flow statement. Those are the three reports that every CEO needs to be aware of. And if you subscribe to QuickBooks, which if you do it under GIP Financials, you also get our wholesale discount. Right now it's at 30%. I know it's supposed to increase. It's supposed to change July 1st. So I'll keep you guys informed about that. But um, what was I about to say? I forget. So with the, like I said, QuickBooks discount, 30% off. So if you are thinking about your business, the P&L, the balance sheet, and the cash flow statement, every CEO needs to be aware of where your business stands. And if you don't like doing this stuff, stop procrastinating and save some money, save some of your cash flow, sacrifice some of your owner's draw, and hire somebody to do it. The longer you delay it, the longer, the more expensive it's gonna be on your behalf. Not just for the bookkeeper, but you missing out on tax write offs. It's gonna be July in a couple weeks. So your strategy now is to be looking at how much you have made between January and June and well, year to date. And if you've got a profit right now, there's two things you need to be thinking about. Especially if you hadn't paid taxes yet, you need to find out how much you owe in taxes off that profit and start saving money for that for the next 6 months. And you need to figure out, are you taking advantage of all your deductions? Because there's a good chance you can zero out. Banks don't have a problem with you zeroing out. Excuse me, I don't know where that came from. Right? So, yeah, I need you to get your numbers together. And if you know you don't know what you're doing, you are not saving yourself money by trying to do it yourself. Please get an expert to do it. Please get an expert. It makes no sense for you to sit up and be like, oh, Sonia, you charge too much. And then you end up paying $25,000 in taxes. I'm telling you right now, I don't cost that much. I'm less than 25 G's. But stay tuned. Yesterday's price, it might go up later. But I'm telling you now, I'm way cheaper than $25,000. And I guarantee you, between me and Bro Tunstall, we are not going to put you in that position. We're going to make sure that you don't have to pay that much. Because 9 times out of 10, if you get that big of a tax bill, you probably don't have the right entity structure. Saying. Right? So that's all I have to say. So I hope that this little preview has given you some thought, like, you know what, I probably need to participate in this Secure the Bag CEO challenge, because we're not just talking about when you hear Secure the Bag, you think about probably marketing, advertising, and business funding and all that stuff. No, but we're talking about bookkeeping. We're talking about record keeping. Because if your records are right, I guarantee you, if you implement the three major things we're going to talk about next Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, I guarantee your profits will increase in the next 30 days. Just from awareness alone. If you go in there and check and say, oh, so-and-so ain't paying me in about 3 or 4 months. What we going to do? Payment plan? Maybe you just need to disconnect from that client altogether. Maybe that's not the client for you. You'll be amazed at what a price increase will do. A price increase will separate the folks who really need you to the folks who can't afford you. You don't need all them overdue invoices on your books. That makes no sense at all. And you got folks who need your services. Ask me how I know that. You got folks that need your services that'll pay you just like that. As opposed to the folks like, oh, end of year tax. Oh, that's too much. That's too much. And you end up on the IRS all that money. All you had to do was pay us. The same. I've got war stories for you. So again, Tyranny has put in the comments the link to the Security Bag Challenge is next Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. $47 is general admission, right? So you get a good. So I know I'm not going to do just an hour teaching. I know better. It's probably going to be about an hour and a half. But if you want the Q&A session with me, to after I teach, you got questions looking at your own financials, if you want to, talk to me. And also in that VIP group, and I've been a part of other challenges, the benefit of just being in the room with other eager CEOs who want the same outcome that you want, it's mind blowing. It's life changing. And then right? There's no such thing as a dumb question. The question that one person may have might be the same question that they have that you may have. You just scared to ask it, right? I'm telling you, that ain't gonna be this price moving forward. I got online courses on my website right now for $47. You getting me for 3 whole days, 3 hours for $47. $197 for 6 hours. So what we talking about? I promise you, Tierney. Oh, we probably gonna save the recordings. We're gonna upload it, and then the price gonna be what it is. All right. So there you have it. Right. But my heart is for beginners. Anybody will tell you I'm going into my, is it year 21? No, this is year 20. Because I started teaching when Euro was 3 months old. He was born in April 2002. And so I'm going in year 20 of education. Teaching is my heart. And my anointing is for beginners. I'll just be honest with you. And this is my love. And I see way too many CEOs that are working so hard and can't keep any of their profits because they think they're saving money by not investing in a team. CEO, you need a team. You need a team of experts. That's why I hired Tyranny. I suck at social media. I don't have the time to do social media. But Tyranny has the sauce. And she has one of the coldest graphic designers in the game, who's also my Sarah. Shout out D9 Love. Tyranny is a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated, right? Um, but yeah, you need experts. I probably have 2022 has been the year of probably my largest investment in GIP, and it has already paid off. It has already paid off. And I'm so blessed to not only have partners like Bro Tunstall and Tyranny, and I've got business credit partners um, that I can, leverage for my clients. I have um, my team at the positionettes. You know what I'm saying? Like, and shout out to Diamond and Tasia. They were in Florida. They were just like, we observed this and we noticed this. So you might want to try this. We might want to consider this and this, and this. And I didn't pay them to do that. They did it on their own because of the buy-in. I am blessed. I am extremely blessed. My husband, Rico, is giving me business insight and looking at things from his perspective. He is an amazing leader. He is a leader's leader. And just because he's not an entrepreneur, that don't mean squat. He is my covering. And if he says something, I'm definitely gonna observe that. My son, Jara, does music. He's gonna be offering, providing the music for our live streams. Y'all better leverage these experts. Who am I looking like trying to beatbox on the live? Come to my YouTube. What is that? What is that? I can't do that. Right. Oh, bless you, Tierney. Yeah, it's time out for all this CEO. Let's get these numbers together. You want to grow your business to scale? Banks lend you the money when you don't need it. It's better than having and not needing than needing and not having. Because they can sense the desperation all on your shundo. Just saying. Yep. And I feel like Tierney, we probably need to do a class on that too, because just as you're starting in your business, and I know we talk about business credit all the time. I know you see it on Instagram where folks like you can start an LLC and get business credit without a personal guarantee. That all comes in time. Truth be told, CEOs, you may have to use your personal credit. If you already got credit cards already, just take the one with the highest limit or one that has got a 5 balance transfer. Use that one credit card as your resource for your business. You can do that. The rest of it will come in time. But you can't get personal credit unless you can't get business credit unless your personal credit is where it's supposed to be. Yeah, I said it. Because that's not what they telling you. Because I'm here to tell you as well, when you first start applying for business credit, if your business doesn't have proof of profit or anything like that, they gonna ask you for a personal guarantee. That means they want your social security number. They do. I have cards from my former business that don't have a personal guarantee, and it is a blessing from the Lord. It's a blessing from the Lord. I'm talking about 5-figure limits, 5-figure big boy limits. And that's what it's all about. But we had to show that we had the numbers to back up paying that credit card. And the business credit card, them balance transfer rates are out of this world. Oh. And that's why you need a bookkeeper. So you can go ahead and get your numbers together so you can get them big boy credit cards. Amex, what we talking about? I don't know what's going on with Amex right now, but they got Amex, Cabbage, all types of stuff. They got all types of loans for small businesses right now. The pandemic turned Amex into like Oprah. They're like, you get a card, you get a card, you get a card. I had a client once I helped with her 2021 financial. She applied for it and got approved instantly because she knew she had access to her P&L. They asked her for her annual gross income. Boom. Amex was like, shh, there you go. Yeah, it's true. It can happen, but I'm gonna be honest with you. It comes with time, and you have to have fidelity in the reporting of your numbers. I'm gonna tell you this too. GIP financials don't deal with folks that don't have integrity. Because I'm not going to jail. The positioners are not going to jail. We're trying to keep you out of jail, client. But if you send up there like, well, what about if I try to do this and this and this? I'm just gonna look at you like, what I say? I would disengage you in a heartbeat. I done did it before. You gotta have integrity and have fidelity when reporting your numbers. If you running your business like you're supposed to, that shouldn't be an issue. It's a non-negotiable with GIP Financials. All right. So with that being said, I'm about to log off so I can get back to doing some prep work. But again, if you are interested in the Security Bag Challenge, the link is in the comments. Again, it's $47 general admission, $197 VIP. I look forward to seeing you. I'll probably do one more video, Tierney, tomorrow. And that's gonna be I'm gonna be begging. That's gonna be my begging video. So, all right, y'all. I will see you guys later. Enjoy your weekend. Shout out to all the fathers. Happy early Father's Day and happy Juneteenth on the 20th. I see you guys later. As always, get in position. Take care.